Welcome to my page. I'm Dee, and today I want to talk about moving abroad as self-care, as radical self-care for Black women and specifically Black people. So let's get into it. If you're new here, I am from the United States, but I currently live in Mexico. I live in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, which in the past used to be the jungle. Now there's all these homes and stores and places. But either way, it's a beautiful place to live. As you can see, I'm at my home. I'm just outside. And I have access to, lush, green, vibrant plants and the sun, fresh fruit, coconut water, like from the source. The trees, coconut palm trees are here. And that is why I say moving abroad is radical self-care. So to explain a little bit about my story, I was planning to move to Thailand originally when I was desiring to change my career. I also wanted to just change the way I lived. I didn't really love the things that the U.S. provided, or kind of the American dream, if you will, where you had to own a home and spend all this money on your home and then spend all this money fixing up your home. Also, in my career that I worked, while it was, everyone's like, oh, it's such an important career, it's also it's not making me any money. I'm actually literally struggling in this career, struggling financially, struggling emotionally. I was struggling physically too, because from being on my computer and typing all day, I developed carpal tunnel and tendonitis. So just struggling in so many ways, trying to achieve this American dream that I really didn't even agree with at the core of who I am. So I used to be late for work every day, and there was a reason behind that. Waking up at 8 o'clock or being ready to be at work by 8 o'clock just did not fit my chemistry as a person. So those are some of the day-to-day things that kind of bothered me about living in the States. I also was looking to change my career, and so that's where the idea of moving to Thailand came in. Because of the pandemic, the borders were closed and I could not make that move, but I was able to move to Mexico. And what I found from my move to Mexico was that whoa, there's a totally different way to live. And the self-care piece comes in when I realized once I got here, I was able to really sit with self and work on some healing things. So before I made the decision to come to Mexico, or as I was deciding, and this is in the early stages of the pandemic, I was like, if I'm going to be depressed, I'm going to be depressed in Mexico. I'm going to be depressed depressed and stuck in the house, because we couldn't really go anywhere too much at this time either. So I'm like, I'm going to be depressed. I'm going to be depressed in Mexico, where the views are beautiful and I can just, sit and heal. And that's exactly what has happened. I spent a great portion of my time, really healing, really working through some things, really adjusting how I live. And now, people are like, oh, you're glowing, you're this, you're that, you're that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm in a much better space for sure. And it would not have happened, I don't believe, as quickly as it did from if I had stayed in the States. So for me, when I got here, I was able to, I forget the exact word, but I was able to kind of outsource some things. For example, if you don't know, living in Mexico or any parts of the world are typically a lot more affordable than living in the United States. So the cost of living was totally different and much more affordable for me. With that, I was able to stop doing laundry. I was able to take my clothing to the lavanderia, or the laundry, where they wash and dry your clothes for you. So that helped free up my time. The cost of food and ordering out was a bit different. Now I don't order out as much anymore, but I didn't have to do like all of those domestic things, or they weren't as expensive. In the United States, I was not able to afford these types of things, to be able to just focus on me. I was able to hire cleaners since I've been here. The cost of cleaners was probably like $15, 15 US dollars. My laundry was maybe $5, if that, depending on the weight of my laundry. Living here in Mexico, there's so much access to like sunlight. For example, as I see the sun kind of reflect on the building, I'm like, yeah, my vitamin D levels are like amazing now. And we know like the sun, rest, which are the first two things I just kind of mentioned, are a part of like our healers. So I was able to rest more because I didn't have to do my laundry. I was able to boost my immune system and my overall health because I have more access to the sun living in this tropical area. Also, all of this beautiful greenery, like I said, I have so much more access to nature to help heal me. And I live by the beach. If you don't know this, a fun fact, and I'll kind of type it in, but like living near the beach is supposed to boost your emotional health. I don't know the exact statistic, but it's true. You know how you feel when you go to the beach, when you go for vacation. So once you turn your life basically into living in a vacation type of destination, what do you think is going to happen? Like, read between the lines. You're always going to, not always, but you're more times likely than not going to be in a better mood, energetically, spiritually, and emotionally. And then for me physically, I don't have a car here, so I walk more. One of my friends said to me the other day, she's like, "D, I was looking at your pictures from when you first got here," and then she was like, "And you lost weight." And she was like, "Was it on purpose or what?" And I was like, "No." I was like, when I first got here, I was very depressed. And all of that has released itself from me, and I look lighter, I am lighter, I feel lighter in my spirit, and also my body is physically lighter. I've encountered so many Black women who have come to this part of Mexico specifically, and have just delved deeply into their healing. I started mentioning it earlier, and I'll mention it now. Quintana Roo, that's the name of the state that I live, and it has so many more healing, indigenous healing practices that are still in place now. For example, we have access to the medicines of the Mayan people here, and the rituals that happen, and the plant medicines that's here, the medicine from the earth. And we don't have access to these sorts of things, especially affordable access to these things, in the States, not in this way. So I hope that was helpful. I feel like I was rambling a little bit, but I do want to just kind of just drop the seed. There's going to be more videos more specifically about the things that we can access to heal ourselves, to be whole, to be aligned, and to be in balance with who we are as true people without the heaviness and the weight of colonization or capitalism that has taken over our bodies and our minds and how we use our time and how we think. I now start my workday at 12, sometimes at 10, but not any time before, and that works so much better for me because I'm able to flow into my day, ease into my day, do all the things to nourish myself first, and then I can work and be of service. And to me, that is a part of my self-care, and potentially a part of yours. You just haven't realized that it is available for you to do, but maybe just not in the States. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. You can put them in the comments, or any thoughts or feedbacks, add them there as well. I'd love to know your thoughts. And also remember to subscribe if you love this video, because there are more coming. Share with a friend or a family member who needs some advice on this sort of topic about self-care and about what it means to travel abroad or live abroad in order to really tap into your radical self-care. Love, peace, namaste, all good vibes. Thank you for being here.